My name is Matt Hanbury. I'm the founder of Lighting Technologies. So we are a Dublin-based hardware tech company. We're developing ultra-thin LED light bulbs. And what I'll do is I've got some samples with me. So first off, I'll kind of show you our current prototypes of what we're developing at the moment. So these are essentially, these are essentially ultra-thin LED light bulbs, which we sell to luminaire, lighting fixture, and chandelier manufacturers to build into kind of modern, unique styles of lighting fixture that currently can't be created using other existing technology on the market. So only 3mm thin, and currently 10 by 10 centimeters, but we're looking at extending our product range in the coming years. I'll just put this here so it doesn't blind you the presentation. But
do they change color?
So we're going to be doing dynamic white ones, which do change color. So that's one of the exciting things we have on our roadmap. That's great. So kind of taking a step back and looking at what the problem that we're trying to solve is. Back in 2012, large lighting companies such as Philips and Osram, LG started working on OLED lighting. So this uses very similar technology to OLED TVs and OLED smartphone displays that are becoming more popular. What OLED lighting enabled was this ultra-thin surface light source, and there was a lot of interest in the lighting industry for the unique forms of luminaires that could be created using this technology. We now find ourselves about 5 years later, and these companies such as Philips and LG have, as an industry, invested almost $500 million into developing the technology. But we find ourselves at a point where the cost of the individual modules is far too high, and the performance is much worse than current LED technology in key metrics such as the light output, the energy efficiency, and the lifetime. For example, an OLED module of this size would cost about 70 euros, and we're bringing that price down to 20 euros, still with a very strong gross profit margin. I saw this problem firsthand, so I was working at Philips in their OLED factory in Germany back in 2013. Got really interested in the design possibilities, but saw this huge problem in terms of the price point and also the performance. I was then working for Apple in Japan on the iPhone 6s, and when I came back to Ireland, I kind of brought together my experience from Apple and also from working on the OLED to create this as a solution. So what we're doing, we're leveraging unique insights into the LCD displays industry to create a product to essentially create a product which solves this problem that 500 million euros has been invested into. And so we create a light source which has the OLED appearance, so the form factor and the design, the surface light source and being ultra thin, but has the performance and the price point of LED technology, which is exactly what our customers are looking for. So we now have this as a patent pending technology. We have recently just applied for a global patent which is filed back to August of last year when we originally put in the UK patent application. So I guess the next question is, what's the benefit? There's lots of light sources out there on the market, and I think something that sums this up really well is this quote from the Starbucks directors of design. Use light fixtures as art to create visual appeal and drama. And that's exactly what we can enable our customers to create using our technology. Currently the only other way of creating these styles of design is using OLED lighting, and this hasn't gained traction in the market because of the cost and performance. And we're seeing increasingly as the cost of the LED components has been coming down in the last few years, lighting manufacturers are looking for a way to differentiate in an increasingly crowded market. And one of the best ways they can look to do this is by creating value through the design of their products. And we enable essentially a new generation of styles of lighting fixture using our technology. A quick overview of the lighting market. So the global lighting market is worth 119 billion US dollars. About a third of this is currently LED lighting, but this is growing 20% year on year. And we're expecting by 2020 it to be the majority of the lighting industry. Within this, 1.5 billion is LED lighting modules, so bulbs and lamps which go into luminaires. And by doing detailed market research into the particular market segments that we're looking to target, as well as the luminaire types, we see a global addressable market for this technology of $540 million US. So looking at our route to market, we're a purely B2B company. Our customers are these luminaire manufacturers who create the products which then go into buildings. Part of the route to market is working closely with influencers. These are the lighting designers and architects who specify the products that go into individual rooms and individual buildings, and so we're looking to work closely with them as well to build a kind of communication all the way through the lighting industry. We're also specifically looking at certain key market segments, particularly in the segments where decorative luminaires are important, and so this would be retail, hospitality, which includes restaurants, bars, and hotels, as well as high-end office and residential. There's also a fantastic opportunity within the transport sector, which would be interior automotive and aerospace lighting, as well as high-end marine. So for the commercial execution, one of our main strategies at the moment is with developer kits. So we've had several meetings with a wide number of customers, and what we're doing is we're bringing out a developer kit in the middle of October, which will be essentially a gift box with 4 of the light bulb units with all the electronics needed to power them, which will very quickly allow our customers to start developing new concepts and prototypes using our technology. And we see this as a fantastic step from an initial interest looking at the demo case that I have in front of you to starting to kind of unleash their creativity and imagination to work out what products they can bring to the market. We'll be working closely with influencers such as the lighting designers and architects, and trade shows is a key part of our strategy for visibility and awareness in the market. And so we're actually exhibiting at the London Design Festival at the end of September in a really prestigious lighting design trade show, which would be fantastic. Kind of initial entry to the market while we're still in this mid-prototyping phase. Being a B2B company, our sales strategy is having key account management for our largest customers, and then an online order system for small and medium-sized customers. It essentially being a new product category, we're going to be putting effort into supporting our customers' product development to enable them to bring their own products to market using our technology as quickly and efficiently as possible.
It's just 8 minutes then, just to let you know.
Okay. So an overview of the customer pipeline. There are about 1,000 luminaire manufacturers in Europe, about 400 of which are within the specific target segments that we're looking at. We've engaged with about 100 of these already, and we see a total of 250 that we can access through my co-founders' extended network within the lighting industry. We've had 30 product introduction meetings and converted most of those into developer kit partnerships for starting in October. So a quick kind of snapshot of where we are with our customer traction. We see the key performance indicator for our progress with this being in the developer kit pre-orders, and so we've been out of these first 30 companies that we've worked with, the revenue of these first 30 companies is 7 billion euros. And by kind of analysing their portfolios and breaking down the opportunities within each of these companies, we see a medium-term estimated revenue opportunity of about 10 million euros. This is really exciting, and then we kind of take a step back and realise this is just essentially the tip of the iceberg, and these are the first 30 out of maybe 250 companies that we'll be looking to bring onto our books over the next few years. The way we have these first introductory meetings with our customers is giving them some design influence. So while we're not going to be a luminaire manufacturer ourselves, we've come up with a number of designs to help kind of influence them as they work out what kind of design styles that they can use with our technology. For the competition, we kind of break this down into the current LED surface modules and the OLED products which are on the market at the moment. With the LED surface modules, they're essentially complete luminaires which are ready to be installed into buildings, and then there's also the surface backlighting type applications, which would be for retail, essentially backlighting a whole wall or building into a retail cabinet. And so not spaces that we're looking to go into. What we're targeting is the position currently held by OLED lighting, which is as a light bulb component to go into a luminaire. And we can come into where OLED sits at the moment and beat them on the lighting performance and also on the cost, and make a really fantastic impact there. So the management team is myself and my co-founder Brian Charman, who's based in the UK. Brian has over 25 years of experience working at Philips Lighting. He's very well connected and well respected within the industry there, and he leads business development, sales and marketing. My background is as a mechanical engineer at Apple and at Philips, and I also look after kind of fundraising and financial planning of the company. Quick overview of the timeline. We started the company at the beginning of 2016, going through proof of concept and initial customer meetings before getting our first factory prototypes at the beginning of this year. We just come off the New Frontiers incubator, which has been fantastic, and so towards the end of this year we'll have the Darkham trade show and get the developer kits into the hands of our customers ahead of product launch at the beginning of next year. So a look at our financial projections. One of the main things that this really shows is initially we have this large investment required into getting the product to market, which is just kind of within the nature of being a hardware company. We have high tooling and testing and factory expenses, but we do expect to see significant revenue within our first year bringing the product to market. During this time, we see the majority of our customers will be going through the product development pipeline, and so it's 2019 where we really see the first uptick of sales occurring. And then by 2020, we're expecting to have really strong traction within the lighting industry, and as we scale the business further beyond Europe. So current investment to date, there was initial founders investment of 70,000 euros, which included money from founders and from private loan, and this funded the initial prototype development and kind of operating expenses up to this point. We've actually just this week closed our pre-seed round of a further 62,000 euros, an equity round valuing the company at over 1 million euros, which we're absolutely delighted with. This is going to take us through the completion of the second prototyping phase, which we've already started, and have the developer kits ready to take to customers for mid-October. This is leading on to our plans to raise our main seed investment at the end of this year in December, which would be 600,000 euros, a combination of UK and Irish angel investors, including HBAN. We're looking to bring on a strategic industry partner, so we're talking to a number of large lighting companies at the moment about partnerships there, and then looking to Enterprise Ireland for match funding as well. This will enable product launch and scaling into Europe, and then at the end of 2018 we'll be looking to do a follow-up round of 1.5 million to invest into our second generation of our product and also enable further scaling beyond Europe. So just leaving you with a few final thoughts. We believe that our technology will not only disrupt the OLED lighting industry, but the lighting industry as a whole, and we think this is a fantastic opportunity to kind of lead the way in a new generation of product that we'll bring to market. We have some great early traction with some of the major European lighting companies, including Philips and Suntoder, and we see a very significant opportunity for strong returns for our investors. So I'm looking forward to taking your questions. Thanks very much.
Thanks very much, man. Thank you.
Great.
Now we've just let you know there were 14 minutes. Just let you know.
That's great, thanks.
Did you?
This is Susan Howell,
Yeah,
she's the DA.
Yeah. Just let you know. Okay, so Mag, if you want to sit down, I don't know what's easier for you, but.
Yeah,
I
perfect.
sit down, sit down.
I might
Yeah.
grab my iPad on this.